Oh wait, so this Drake shit came out where he's talking about he's on the shop with LeBron and he's talking about the Pusha shit where he's talking about 40 and the disses and.
Did that whole episode come out, or is this? Just
I don't think the whole episode is out yet.
Okay.
Just a snippet, and I can't play it because I don't own it.
Right.
But it did come out the whole show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, got it. All right.
So
well,
let's
we
pause
haven't
and watch the whole thing.
We haven't seen the whole thing, but just going on the clip, did we need him to tell us that?
What did he say?
He said Push went too far, and he didn't feel like rapping. No, that wasn't. No, we over rapping back and forth. I'm not gonna rap back to you to
we knew all of that.
Make your reputation bigger now when you're being this disrespectful to like I want to do other things. You've taken this somewhere else. Like you need to get punched in the face. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, I mean, well, we kind of knew that's where it had went with that whole situation. Like it just was getting way too disrespectful, and it was like, nah.
That's so Jay Prince said.
Maul, you had some interesting commentary when I was letting the clip play. Huh? You want to stand on that one?
Oh yeah, LeBron called himself a hip hop historian.
What? Why he's not?
Do you think LeBron's a hip hop historian?
His actions suggest that he does his research. I would say that.
But nodding to music in the back of a car makes him a hip hop historian.
I mean, he seems to.
That's part of being a hip hop historian.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
I want to know the album that LeBron James does not like. Like, what album isn't fire?
I don't know, man. He's nodded his head to a bunch of shit I mixed, so I fuck with LeBron.
That Shop Show is great.
Playing the Rage album. He's cool with me.
I stand by his
Matter of
fucking
fact, didn't he start
story.
his A&R shit with the Rage album?
No, I think he was doing it before then.
I don't know. I feel like he might have been.
It was an early one.
Or the second or third.
Yeah, it was an early one.
Why? But what strikes you as odd about that he calls himself a hip hop historian? Or why do you think it's funny anyway?
Because LeBron's not a hip hop historian.
Why not?
He's not.
He got a lot of free time.
But why not?
Hip hop historian?
Historian, sure.
Yes.
LeBron is way too consumed with basketball to be a hip hop historian.
Yeah, but you put on shit in the gym. You know what I mean?
No.
You can't study something if you're consumed with something else. You're saying?
Well, to play at the level that LeBron plays at and has played at his entire career.
You can't listen to Nipsey.
No, I'm not saying he can't listen. I'm not saying he can't.
While he's lifting weights.
I'm not saying he can't listen to music.
Practicing free
I'm
throws.
not saying he can't, but there's so many things that he's missed in music and in hip hop. Historian. Yes, he listens to hip hop, and yes, he's an avid fan, and
I would have
he
a
loves
couple
the
questions
culture.
for him. I would have a couple questions.
But historian,
I would have a couple questions.
There's not a lot of hip hop.
Does he know
historians.
ultramagnetic, and does he know? You know what I mean? There's
I
a
don't
couple
think-
questions.
this is what I'm trying to say.
Like,
This is what I'm trying
LeBron,
to
if
say.
you're listening, let us know how you feel about them. You know?
I would say that he. I'm going to say that he is.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
He
that
plays
he
your
is.
song, of course you will.
No, I mean, well, yeah, but no, I'm saying it because I know it's funny to laugh at LeBron today when he does all that head nod, listen to music in the back of the car shit. But I remember all of those clips from when he was in St. Vincent's, and he was doing it then.
No, when you play sports,
Remember?
you listen to music. Yes, I get that part. But I'm just saying you can't call yourself a hip hop historian.
I understand listening to music, and I'm about to sound nuts because I don't really know how to explain this. It's a difference from listening and listening.
Right.
No, yeah,
Like,
I know what you're saying.
That nigga was running around with like a Walkman on in places he shouldn't have had one on. It's like, all right, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, but sports and hip hop go hand in hand.
For sure.
So I'm just saying it wouldn't be far-fetched to me if LeBron knew quite a bit about.
And I'm sure he does.
I mean,
but
hip hop
he's
ain't
not
that
a
old.
hip-hop.
It ain't even that tough to go back. All you have to do is want to go back. That'd be my beef with some of the young people today. Like, all that information is there.
Yeah. It's really
there.
easy. It's all on fucking Spotify, dog.
Yeah.
It is.
I was so excited when I saw that there was a 70s part to the doc.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, I ain't even, let me see what was happening, what mom and dad was into.
I was just thinking the other day about how difficult it was back in the day to be a historian of music. Like, when you had to
can't
go
Google
out
shit.
and find the fucking tape or the CD, it was difficult.
You had to rely on your parents' discography or the mom and pop store.
Or you had to forego the new Outkast tape to go get Ultramagnetic. Which at the time would be like, why the fuck are you listening to that shit from the 80s?
See, that's what is super dope about today in the streaming era. Because back then, like, I do regret not, like, we didn't feel some of the shit that was popping somewhere else because we just missed it.
Right.
Like, I'm sure Biggie didn't hit, like, it did over here for over there. Like we got Outkast whenever we got it, but like some of those waves today, you know what's hot everywhere. Right. Like you're not missing a wave, you're not missing a region, you're not missing a sound. Everything is there. I do miss that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like
I'm jealous of that.
Streaming and Spotify kind of killed that though. Like, I love Motown now because that's all that was in my mother's collection. If I had Spotify at that age, I don't know if I would have been forced to just sit and listen and appreciate that. Like, I would go to the What's Hot page on Spotify, and that's the music I would have grown up on.
That's fair.
Like, I sat in my mom's CD record collection, that's what I grew up on, because that's all that was there.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah,
And I think streaming is going to kind of kill that. Like, it's really up to the parent to sit the kid down and make them listen to it.
I think it's up to the listener, too, to, like, go out your way and listen to some shit.
And another thing is, how much vinyl do you think LeBron owns?
I don't know that makes...
Vinyl's trendy now.
It is trendy.
And
I don't know that you have to own
matter?
vinyl to be a hip-hop historian, even though I personally own a shitload of vinyl. And this is like a quarter of my collection, at least.
You don't have to own vinyl.
Yeah,
to be
I
a
don't know that you...
historian.
Listen, I'm a vinyl
You have
head.
to own vinyl to be a
head.
collector.
Yeah, I'm a vinyl head, but that doesn't make me... As long as you know the shit that you're supposed to know...
If you're a historian of anything, right, you would need to own pieces of...
Well, one thing I would say is
the timelines
if you want to be
in that
very
culture, in that...
If you want to be super like specific to the term historian, there's a lot of shit, especially early '80s, like early Def Jam shit that is only on vinyl, and you might be able to find it on YouTube, but it's not on Spotify or Apple. So if you want to like be super hardcore about historian, then yeah, you would probably need to own some vinyl.
I want to figure out what they're going to do with all the mixtape era.
We talked about this before, but yeah.
Because of streaming services, they don't have the mixtape era. They have, I guess you can YouTube some of this shit. But for like the kid 10 years from now that wants to dig the way I digged,
Right.
for like early 90s shit,
Doug.
thank you, grammar police. How do they get
No,
the
I'm your
mixtape
man. I
era?
wasn't
We gotta preserve Dat Piff by all means necessary.
Yeah. There needs
what
they
that comes down
Dat Piff needs to figure out some system.
They have an app that's good. You can listen. You can stream everything.
Okay.
You can listen to whatever you want.
Because that's
on
an
there.
era. That's a very important part of hip hop.
For sure.
Is that mixtape era that will never see a light of day on a streaming service.
For sure. But their app is good. Shout out to them for that.
That's
You can-
why I hang
you
on
can-
to my iTunes so like close to me on
Yeah.
backup on drives and shit. Because the shit I'll never get. You
Three
can't get it back.
backups of my shit. Yeah.
It's all 03 to fucking 07 of just amazing shit that'll never be on a streaming site.
Yeah.